All right, guys. Welcome to our new podcast episode. Today we're going to be breaking down World Cup 2022, which just ended. The World Cup that was built to be the showdown between these two men right here. Certainly one of them was happier at the end than the other.
Yep, most definitely one got the better end of the deal here.
Yeah, Argentina winning World Cup. Insane final, 3-3. France clawed their way back. I mean, they're down 2-0.
Yeah, they were almost down and out pretty early on, but they made an epic comeback, but it was just a little too short. They couldn't beat Argentina in the penalties, and Messi ends up walking away with the World Cup.
Big man in the penalties, Emi Martinez,
with
his
absolutely
cheeky little celebration. No,
yeah, definitely a little not what I would be going for, but
especially in Qatar.
You have your characters in football. That's what football is about. So,
yeah, man.
Yeah,
hey, man,
absolutely.
he won.
That's fine. No, he had a fantastic.
He had a great World
He had a
Cup.
great tournament in general. He's a fantastic keeper. The man from Aston Villa plays in the Premier League. Quite consistent there as well. And I remember back in the previous, Copa America? He also had a very good run with Messi. He was
against Chile in the penalty shootouts.
Exactly.
He's the only keeper I've seen mock the opposition and get away with it.
Yeah, and he did it again here in the penalty shootout. Was it? I don't remember who missed the penalty, but he definitely
did his little shoulder dance.
Yeah, I think it was Chouameni who was stepping up to take the penalty, and he just grabbed the ball, threw it away, mocked him a little bit, and lo and behold, Chouameni missed this penalty.
I saw a fun tweet from Chris MD, the footballer. Guess he doesn't take Chouameni penalties. Terrible. All right. On that note, was this the best World Cup that we've seen? Oh, maybe we'll answer that question. I want to go through some of the best moments. Yeah. Go through the groups one by one, see how well I thought it would happen and how we thought it would turn out and what actually turned out. Starting with Group A, that was the Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, Qatar group, which ended in that order, which is kind of what everyone thought.
More or less what was expected.
Pretty tame group,
you know. Netherlands, definitely a very powerful footballing nation, and
to never win a World Cup.
Which is quite remarkable considering the talent they've had over the years. Even this year, they had quite a lot of good players: De Jong, Depay.
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk,
definitely.
Denzel Dumfries.
Play Champions League playing footballers.
Yeah, all around the world.
It just seems for Netherlands that they always come up against teams that are better than them.
Yes,
people with more talent.
They lack a little bit of sharpness when it comes when they're coming up against bigger European nations that have won the World Cup before, or some of the South American nations. So yeah, maybe in the future they have a good foundation, but they just need a little bit more for it.
Especially in the way they went out. Tough to go against Messi, but that was also another the big scenes in the interview. Messi showed a lot of character, talking off Van Gaal after he what'd he say? Messi is a distraction to the team.
Yeah, he basically tried playing some mind games before the match even started, and Messi was not too happy about that clearly, and he let Van Gaal know.
Didn't quite work out there.
Didn't quite work out.
Yeah, that was Messi was fire this tournament in many ways. I mean, he rolled back the years and showed some character, but
absolutely he did.
We'll get to Messi.
We'll get to him.
Group B, England first, USA, Iran, Wales. I thought it would go this way too. I didn't think. Well, I thought Wales would do better. God, Wales were.
Surprisingly, I thought the same. Wales, I expected to have some more fight in them, try to claw their way at least past the group stage. But
that first match.
Oh yeah.
USA Wales.
USA Wales.
Right.
USA had them. The first goal that we scored, it was from our striker, right?
Yeah, Tim Weah.
Tim Weah scored that, and US was pretty much dominant.
Then a bad penalty. Yeah.
Really bad penalty giveaway. It's tough to see that one go, but you work with what you had, and I mean. Wales was very lucky to go 1-1 in that match.
Yeah, 100%.
And even the U.S. could have lost it at some points, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, I was driving in the car that game on the way back from class, and that one, that was frustrating to hear about that penalty. Also, the commentators, my God, he would keep he just raises his voice every time, and it's just a normal corner. So don't listen to World Cup commentary when you're driving a car. It's
Maybe it's a little bit of bias from just us watching, Premier League football and some of the other Champions League commentators, and they have a little bit more
refined, maybe.
A little more refined
perhaps.
Approach. Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps, yeah.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, the big game. Like I said before, all I wanted out of this World Cup was USA to not lose to England.
Which
we did it. God damn it, we did it. We did it.
There we go.
Mission accomplished. We got Joe Biden going, it's soccer, and we're
if only we could have continued the run a little bit further. It would have been really nice, but it's all right.
I like how every 4 years, all Americans get really excited about football or soccer. They get really like.
Look, it's not a completely bad thing. Obviously, you want the sport to grow in the country. I mean, it has grown quite a lot. There's been a lot more viewership. People are watching soccer, football around the world at the United States, and it's growing. But at the same time, you kind of do get the sense that a lot of people that try to insert their opinions about the sport or try to sort of give lectures about it, they don't fully know what they're talking about. Yeah. But that's okay. It's a step.
It's all positive when you have Stephen A. Smith talking about 45 minutes of energy on First Take. That's quite something.
It is remarkable. Yeah.
It's a little both humorous and good to see that it's growing. Good to see it's moving in the right direction. Oh man, England. God, they choke like they always do, don't they?
Yeah, they most definitely
always do.
Yeah, they always have the mindset going in. Oh, we're gonna win it all, and it seems like they always
they can't help themselves. It's like in the group stage.
Yeah.
In the Euros in 2020, which came in 2021, they started singing "It's Coming Home" a month before it even started.
Well in advance.
Yeah, and this group stage they tried to contain themselves, but then in the round of 16 they played Senegal.
Yeah.
And they got really excited, really worked up, and then it's coming home, and then Harry Kane against France. Kane, of all people to miss, you just know you're just not on it, And
sometimes it's not meant to be. And look, England definitely have a lot of good talent in their team, but it just seems that some of the puzzle pieces are not coming together in the right way for them. And
Southgate out.
Southgate, in my opinion, I would agree. Like, they've given him more time, it seems, now to try to continue the Euros coming up in 2024.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes for England. I honestly, if they have players like Reece James, Ben Chilwell, fit, ready to go, you need those wingers because they are absolutely explosive. They control the back to middle field and provide a lot of good balls in behind. So they have a lot of good talent, England, but it just, again, maybe the manager needs to be changed and a new set of ideas, new tactics, new vision as to how the team can play and work. Maybe that's what's needed.
I'll tell you what happened in 2024. Early prediction.
All right, let's hear it.
England get group staged.
Group stage, huh? Okay.
No,
that's You never know. I mean, to be honest, a lot of European nations, a lot of the big ones were a little disappointing this World Cup, and teams like Croatia, for that fact, they have a real opportunity here going into the Euros in 2024 to go and capitalize. Like obviously we could talk about Croatia a little later, but
I mean, we can dive into it. I don't know about. We'll see about them. Their age certainly. They have this weird mixture of some really old players and some younger players, and who's going to stick around and how's it. Modric is 38.
Yeah, and he was really the backbone of this Croatian team.
Yeah, that was something. What a player he is. Going on to Group C, and speaking of countries, I was a little disappointed at Mexico. They didn't seem to put it together. They couldn't get it going in the first two games, and when they finally got it going and started scoring a lot at the end, it was a a little too late. Late.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. It could be down to a few key missing pieces where I know their striker Raul Jimenez. He's not been the same player he once was.
He broke his skull, man.
Yeah, and that's a very tough thing to when you're in a form as a player and to be as good as he was a few years back at Wolves. And to get an injury like that, it's very tough for you to get back into the right mindset,
even mentally,
in the field. So yeah, like missing him, I think Chicharito was also excluded from the team. Was he not? He didn't. He didn't even play.
I don't know if he retired or not. That's something I was curious about that one.
I was curious about that as well. But yeah, I mean, Mexico has a lot of good talent, and it was just disappointing to see them not at least advance, go further. I mean, you'd like to see them go into maybe semifinals, quarterfinals, something like that, but
at least knockout stage, which is And speaking of other teams that should have gone really far, Euro semifinalists, Denmark, dead last in Group D.
Yeah,
dead last in D.
That was definitely one.
Christensen, Eriksson, two Christensens, the Leeds Christensen.
Yeah,
I think, in my opinion, is a pretty decent right back. Paulsen, they had a lot
of talent.
They had a lot of talent. They have a lot of specific players that are good, but it was Australia at the end of the day. The Aussies down under.
Yeah, that's a good sight to see.
Turning the table on its head there a little, coming up from under.
From down under. That's
flipping
right.
it over. That's fun.
No, they were definitely good. It was good, refreshing to see some different teams, pick up the pace, pick up the level of their own play.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
It was good.
That was.
That was group. What group?
That was Group D.
That was Group D
with France, Australia going through. Tunisia third,
France,
Denmark last.
Yeah.
So Tunisia coming third is also.
Yeah.
That's what. Denmark really disappointed, but to me the most shocking group, Group E. Japan, Spain, Germany, Costa Rica. Japan was. They had us believing in Blue Lock for a moment. Yeah, you see that? That's the whole thing about the Japanese anime about how they're like training. You see that thing?
No, I actually did not see that. No.
Well, I haven't seen the anime. It was like 2018 they did really poorly. So after 2018, some people decided to write an anime on how they would put together a squad and they would train really hard and they'd get and they'd go and win. But it was like scary because some of the goals they were scoring, like in the anime, was similar to how they scored.
The World Cup.
And people were like, they're gonna do it. Japan are gonna pull it off, and
that's all right. But it's all steps in the right direction.
Yeah,
like Japan definitely showed that they can be at the level of some of these higher, well-known European teams.
Top the group, teams. Top Spain and Germany.
Yeah, to top a group of Spain and Germany is quite a feat. It's like remarkable. And on the other side, Spain. Well, even though they started the I think tournament very strong, they were scoring a lot of goals early on.
First against Costa Rica.
Yeah, right.
The 7-0.
Yeah. That turned on its head later on in the tournament. They were not able to score as many goals in the knockout stages, and I think that's what ended up costing them.
And I think a lot of people put weight on the first match of the World Cup. The first game is something that people say it's very important to win and do this and that.
I think you're statistically more likely to go through if you win your first match.
And I think in this tournament, the Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And they started saying, where's Messi?
Yeah,
where's Messi?
That was the whole thing, yeah. They were asking
And after that game, he looked like he wasn't 35. He looked like he was 25.
He just flipped the switch. He just...
I think he realized he needed to tap in and go now or never with it.
Yeah.
And that was big. We'll get to Messi almost through the group stage.
Yeah. Let's talk about Germany.
Germany is. I wanted to point 2 World Cups in a row. They have been eliminated in the group stage. 2 World Cups in a row with the talent that they have.
That's definitely alarming.
5-time World Cup winners.
Yeah.
What's going on in Germany?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bundesliga.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
The league is just bad.
The league is
it's a farmers league.
It seems that way, especially when you have only one team, Bayern Munich, winning out the league in early on, and no other team can basically catch them every single year.
Yeah,
they win months in advance.
It's not competitive enough.
Look
at we thought Timo Werner as Chelsea fans. We thought Timo Werner would tear the Premier League apart because he was scoring 30, 40 goals a season. He was giving Robert Lewandowski a run for his money.
Yeah, exactly. And look at him coming over to Chelsea in the Premier League. He looked tame.
Even Kai.
Kai. I mean, tame. Kai. Even though Germany got knocked out, I know Kai scored a few goals at the end.
He won't score for another 10 games, but
it's like Kai needs to step it up. He has pieces missing in his game where he can do a lot better. He just needs to be more sharp. He needs to be a little bit more quick on the ball. But it's lacking. I don't see enough of that hunger, that drive from him to go and attack the goal.
It's been many years now, and I don't think he looks like he's walking around on the pitch.
Yeah, and again, another Bundesliga player.
Yeah, it's wonder kid. He was supposed to
Bayer Leverkusen, right? Yeah.
He was the kid who could play any position.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that.
Doesn't look like he should belong on the pitch sometimes.
Sometimes it seems like, hey, maybe you should just sit on the bench for a while.
Just a bit of irony in the sense that, the league with the most consistent result, with Bayern Munich winning every year, has the most inconsistent players.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Lewandowski was struggling for a while after he moved from Bayern Munich to Barcelona, and in fact, Bayern Munich beat Barcelona. If I'm incorrect or not, but there you go.
That was low. So Barcelona are a whole shambles. That would take another hour in itself.
That's a whole other thing.
But moving along, Group F.
Yes.
The next disappointment, Belgium, finishing third. Group finished. The disappointment and the biggest surprise of the tournament. Morocco, Croatia, Belgium, Canada. Morocco and... So Morocco finishing first, Belgium finishing third. I had Belgium first, Croatia second, Morocco third, something like that. I had Morocco last. As a fact, I know I had Morocco last.
Right.
Because I saw Hakim Ziyech play for Chelsea, and if that's the best player...
If that's the level we would have seen, then...
And you know what?
They would not have gotten far.
They made me eat my words.
They did.
And
one of the most shocking teams in this whole World Cup was Morocco.
Yeah.
They made it to the third, fourth place match, and unfortunately they lost that to Croatia, but still, the first African nation to
be a semifinalist.
And that's quite a feat.
And it was the point I was going to make with Japan too, and I mean with Morocco. It just goes to show that football isn't always about having the most expensive superstars in the world.
That's right.
It's more so about how well a manager and a team buys into the idea and the system that they're playing to, and how well they can stay on their shape and play. Morocco is a great example of that. Croatia is a great example of that. Japan showed that they could do that. They're a little unlucky at the end to get through. To get knocked out, rather. They're lucky. They're very good to get through. Great on Japan. Yeah, I'll never talk bad about Japan.
No. They definitely changed some hearts this World Cup.
Yeah, and Belgium, they're just old at this point.
Belgium's old. I think they need some fresh players, some fresh legs. Some of the older players. I was quite disappointed in Kevin De Bruyne's comments, honestly.
Right they were too old.
That were too old to win. That's not. You're going into a World Cup. I'd expect more of a. If you want to win, you have to have a winner's mentality.
There's not the chemistry in there either, because then the Jan Vertonghen fired back. I mean, there's never going to be chemistry in a club where your teammate steals your girlfriend and then marries her with the whole Courtois thing.
Oh man,
Courtois stole De Bruyne's girlfriend and
I know it seems like a lot of the players just have different ideologies and different ways of playing that just don't gel together. And Lukaku.
Oh, and let's not get. I'll put up that miss. I'll put up that little fist punch through the side.
Yeah, and it's like. Come on, man. If you care that passionately and that much, and you spend that much time practicing your craft, I'd expect you to put away a ball that's 2 feet in front of the net. You're standing literally at the center of the goal. Yeah. You should put that away. That's just my opinion.
Definitely. Anyways. You have to for that much money. I mean,
it's for all
that's
the
kind
glory.
of football. That's football.
Yeah, that's football.
Put the goal in the net. That's the general. That's the general objective. That's the general objective of football.
Put this ball in the net.
I thought you were supposed to put it Into the stands.
No.
No. In the net?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
That's right.
All right, moving along. Let's finish up the group stage. Group G. Group G, we had Brazil. Group G was tame. I'll talk about Brazil. Brazil, Switzerland, Cameroon, Serbia. I'll get to them in the knockout. I thought Serbia would do a lot better. They had Vlahovic, they had Mitrovic, they had other pieces. I thought they would fight, play more aggressive, play more physical. They didn't use that, and they kind of just got run around by Brazil.
Yeah, they did.
So I don't know about that. We'll get to Brazil.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to talk about them very specifically because
sure.
They made me very happy.
Let's get through the rest.
Quickly through this Group H.
Yeah.
Portugal topped like I thought. Yeah. I thought Uruguay would get second, but they didn't.
No, Uruguay was quite disappointing, actually.
I don't. Yeah. They had all these players. They had players down the middle. I think of the pitch that are good, but I don't think they had the width in them. Valverde was in there. I think Suarez.
Players like Valverde, Suarez, Edinson, Cavani,
older guys,
a little
now.
older, but like they do have experience. They're known like goal scorers.
Darwin Núñez
was such a disappointment.
He still is a disappointment.
I guess so.
He's been a disappointment.
I think Klopp is probably looking for his receipt. For that.
I would ask for a receipt, man. I think I would most definitely ask for a refund there.
No doubt.
But getting into the knockout stages, round of 16, the big thing for the round of 16 for, I guess, unexpected results. Well, one of them was expected, not necessarily unexpected. U.S. losing to Netherlands.
It's a tough pill to swallow,
but like we touched upon earlier. Netherlands are the best team to not win a World Cup.
That's right.
And that showed.
Yeah. It showed in the quality of the players. It showed in the managers' decision making and tactics. And even though the U.S. played one great World Cup and they do deserve to go further. Passion. I wish they went further. They fought really hard. They have great players. Maybe it'll come together in the future. Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then the other thing was Morocco beating Spain on penalties.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah. That was a big one.
That was big. That was again this idea of Morocco being organized and Spain not. Yeah, that was big. And what I want to touch upon in a preamble of sorts is Brazil winning 4-1 against South Korea. They were dancing a lot.
They were dancing a lot.
The manager was dancing a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
He was doing all the moves, doing the Richarlison, whatever, the chicken dance. Oh, Richarlison, that tattoo on your back. My God.
We can talk.
Who puts their face on their own back?
Yeah.
Like what?
It's
okay.
Let's not dive too much into that one.
But then quarterfinals.
Not the best move. Yes.
Quarterfinals on what was it? On what day? December 6th. They played South Korea, and they were dancing and having a good time. And 3 days later, they lose to Croatia on penalties.
Yep.
And how you like them apples?
Yeah.
Just okay.
Can't help but feel it's a little deserved.
I'm all for having fun.
Yeah.
But do one dance per goal, not 4 different dances, not 7. And I also think a manager should have a level of professionalism.
That's correct, yes.
I don't want my manager dancing on him. Like, come on. That's a little...
You can dance when you've won the World Cup. Then I that's just my philosophy is when the job is done and over, dance all you want. Man. But clearly, the job wasn't over.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And they got sent packing. That's what it is.
That's what happens, and that's football.
Yeah. Pele was in the hospital, man. They disappointed.
Poor Pele. Poor Pele. I'm pretty sure Ronaldinho was in the stands, and the OG, not OG, but the previous Ronaldo.
R9.
R9.
This is the OG.
This is the OG to me.
Poor fella.
Poor lad Ronaldo. We can touch on
so
that
let's get into that. I mean, because really in the quarterfinals. The next thing was, Argentina were up 2-0 against Netherlands. They came back 2-2. Netherlands, Wout Weghorst, with that set-piece display. Yeah. I love it. That was a goal straight out of FIFA. I guarantee you, they picked that goal out of FIFA.
Yeah? That's good tactics for the manager.
Maybe you're doing a little bit, but it didn't work. They lost on penalties.
They still lost on penalties. That's a whole nother
thing. And Emi Martinez, Dibu. as his nickname is, did well. Yeah. He made some good saves there. Messi delivered as well. But then on to this poor guy. Before the World Cup started, the picture of them playing chess.
Yeah, now it's just Messi.
No, it's Messi. Have you seen the meme of Messi? They replaced Ronaldo with an egg.
Yeah.
Because now it's like Messi is the most liked picture on Instagram is now Messi holding the World Cup trophy.
Right.
Before it used to be a picture of an egg. I don't know. There's some people I don't know. But
I see. Okay.
That's what it was, and then. So basically now it's like what the real tournament was Messi versus the egg.
As in terms of Instagram post likes.
Because Ronaldo was on the bench. And I think...
That was just...
Look, I think after this World Cup, the GOAT debate is settled.
Yeah.
I think Messi is the greatest of all time. But I think the next best player to play the game is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Without a doubt.
And after 15 years of carrying that national team on his back...
Yeah.
The disrespect they showed him by keeping on the bench.
He deserved more.
Yeah.
I definitely think he deserved more than that. Yeah.
I think it's just too big of a talent, too big of a personality to
keep on the bench.
Yeah.
To keep him on the sidelines, and you could see it was like all his will and all of his being wanted to be out on that bench. And as soon as that final whistle blew,
tears,
you could see it.
Because he knew. I think he knew. Yeah. He knew that, and this was after Messi's after Argentina held on against Netherlands. Mm-hmm. This is the day after, I think, or it was actually the same day. I think later in the day.
Right.
I think he knew in his head that if I don't go and win this now, Messi will win this.
Right.
And if Messi wins this, the greatest of all time will be Messi.
Will always be Messi.
And the best compliment I'll get is that I used to be compared to him.
And that can be a tough thing to take.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Especially for a player like Cristiano. But Morocco went on, and one of my favorite parts of the tournament, England getting knocked out.
Oh yeah.
Harry Kane missing the penalty,
beautiful.
And Mbappe and all smiles doing the face. Yeah, that was
a great.
That was good to see. Yeah. And I don't know how my American and some Indian friends that are Indian heritage born in America support England. That just, dude, 1776 and 100 years of tyranny. Come on, it's baked into our blood, man. You shouldn't.
Yes.
You can't root for them. I mean, you just can't. All right. I'm sure Harry Kane's a nice person. I know he's a great guy. I feel bad for Kane because he's one of the best strikers in the world. Hasn't won a single trophy ever.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the lad, but. Yeah. You wear you wear those colors. I can't help you out. So, they lost, and we went on to the semifinal. Argentina, Croatia versus France, Morocco. Mm-hmm. I think I had Argentina versus Brazil, and France versus Portugal. That was my
Makes
prediction.
sense. That's what I think a lot of people would have more or less.
Yeah, I was off. I was off by that. Maybe I'll do an off index. I'll keep an off index in the editing of how much I deviated from my predictions.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were deviated in their predictions quite a lot. This was a very unpredictable World Cup, I think. Yeah.
But Argentina, Croatia. Argentina coasted. I thought Croatia would do better. It's just in that game, Messi played
he played one of the best games of his career.
Probably. And he had to. This tournament, and in that game particularly, he rolled back the years.
He really did.
And how he played. The way he dribbled past for that assist to Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
In this, I think, 69th minute assist. It was like Barca Messi. It was like Ray Hudson losing his magisterial.
Yeah.
It was.
We really saw some true Messi magic this World Cup, and it might be the last we see in the World Cup stage. But
I think he's retired from.
I think
he won't play World Cup.
He'll play in the Copa America Gold Cup, I think.
And I think he'll call it.
I think he might.
It'll be Copa America. I think he just wants to play a year as a champion, but I don't think he's gonna. By the time the next one rolls around, he'll be like 39 or 40. So right. I don't.
So he's not. I mean, he can try to be the Gigi Buffon, but
I doubt. Yeah, but that's easier for a keeper.
He's already won a World Cup. It's fine.
He's good. He's
good.
He's gonna get Ballon d'Or this year. I think he'll get Ballon d'Or this year.
Absolutely.
Be made even more.
Without a doubt, as the GOAT.
Yeah, and I think it'll be even less of a conversation if PSG go on and win the World Cup.
Win the
Champions League.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will. There's a lot.
It's gonna be tough.
There's a lot of egos in that.
A lot of egos are gonna clash right now. You saw Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. They were really linking up, being close before the World Cup. That may change now.
Especially Mbappe's mindset. I mean,
Mbappe.
He might, and I mean, these players see social media. I mean, the things that,
absolutely.
Like Messi being tossed the Ninja Turtle and laughing at it because he bears a semblance to the Ninja Turtle, and then definitely Emi Martinez.
Holding up a
fake
baby with like.
And then even in the locker room when they're celebrating, mocking him. Yeah.
So I think Mbappe sees that, he'll feel a little bit of. Like a chip on his shoulder, so to speak, a little bit.
So
we'll see how that dynamic plays out.
Yeah, and now bringing it back, semifinal first, France-Morocco. And this was my big thing with France. They got there, they're missing a lot of key pieces. They're missing Kanté, they're missing Pogba, they're missing Benzema, and we don't know how Nkunku would have done, but that was certainly another forward option.
Right, another option, absolutely.
But they never looked convincing.
No.
In the knockout stage. There are so many times in the tournament against England, on the balance, they probably should have lost. I'll be honest. The way England were peppering the net, they probably should have lost. Against Morocco, they scored in the 5th minute, and Morocco could have made it like 2-1 if they had the finish in them. Or 2-3-1 before France would even get the second with
France got
at the end of the match.
They were definitely looking at points quite sloppy. Yeah. And like they couldn't, at times, they had to back off and they weren't able to really gain possession back in that match. Yeah. And you saw in the final.
Saw that in the final.
In the final, the same thing happened.
They're slow to kick on. And I mean, it was, if not for Mbappe, and I mean, on the internet, people are making fun of Mbappe right now. They're like saying that, okay, he's not this or that. But, I mean, for me, I used to think Mbappe was... I had a negative picture of Mbappe because he came off as arrogant, which he is. He's a little arrogant, a little full of himself at a young age. But after that World Cup, after going 2-0 down in the first half and not showing anything, then being moved central and having Coman come in and do the work on the wing, the way he took control and showed up for his country and scored a hat-trick.
You got to put some respect. You got to put some respect on his name. Absolutely.
Massive respect. For me, easily better than Haaland.
And most of the tournament, he actually was a little quiet. He didn't really do too much. Yeah. And you saw he let other players like Giroud,
he shared. He wasn't being selfish.
Yeah, he was not being selfish, which was very surprising to see. I thought he would just.
But he got golden boot. He got
his golden boot.
But still being selfish.
But in the final, he really said, "No, I wanted," and he said that before the tournament as well. He said, "My only focus right now is to win the World Cup." Yeah. Unfortunate that he didn't, but. Man, did he try. He tried
his
hard
heart out.
And he showed the quality of player that he is. Yeah. And, I mean, I'm sure he's going to win another one in the future.
Oh, 100%. So, I think he will. I think he's the next best player in the world. If not the best on the balance.
More or less, yeah, I would agree.
And I think Holland is a tap-in merchant. But that's a discussion for another day. But... I was right on who would win the World Cup.
Absolutely.
I called that. I got Argentina right. Yeah. Leo Messi, champion, now GOAT.
It was expected. Yeah. I think, you saw a different level of Messi in this World Cup, and very deserved. Very well deserved.
He stepped up in the moment.
And the thing is, Messi, absolutely brilliant, deserves it. The team, Argentina, they really supported him and said, no, we are going to do everything it takes to help Messi win this World Cup. And the rest of the team really stepped up. DePaul, McAllister.
Oh, how are you? Yeah. I don't know, man. He says there's no relation to any Irish country. His name is something. I'm intrigued. But
it looks McAllister Irish too.
I mean,
it looks
his performance was... great.
He played really well.
He played well.
Absolutely fantastic.
DePaul was great. Julian Alvarez I think it would be a shame if we go without talking about him.
He was fantastic, and it is a mystery why Pep Guardiola does not start him.
Oh, he'll start.
Now
I think he'll be. I think he will be good to mimic somewhat of the system that Argentina had with kind of two people up top playing off each other. Yeah. If Alvarez can play off Haaland and go in and
and maybe De Bruyne can be the supplier of some balls in behind,
and that would suck.
that would suck. Us. Yeah, because then they just go and win the title.
That would be the worst. And we are playing them in the FA Cup first round.
We need Reece James. And we need Chilwell.
We need we need signings.
Yes, maybe that as well.
Maybe next episode we talk about going back to watching Chelsea.
Going back to classic Premier League. Oh man.
Oh, watching Chelsea. But yeah. Leo Messi, the greatest to play the game. It's satisfied.
It's settled.
And what a World Cup really for me.
Yeah.
It's one of the best final I've seen, without a doubt.
No, absolutely.
I have to go back and analyze 2018 and 2014. And 2010 was not better than. But to the point is, this has been the best World Cup I think I've seen, just surely on shock factor.
Yeah.
On shock factor.
Unexpected twists, turns, teams that are performing much better than they normally would, teams performing much worse than they normally would. And it was turned on its head. Like you said, you expected Argentina to win, but it was what a tournament.
Yeah.
Like what a tournament.
It was just perfect festive in the festive time. It was just great watching. It was a nice atmosphere.
Good interesting change to also see it around this time of year. Normally it'd just be during the summer.
And the next World Cup's going to be even more different.
It's coming to the...
I don't like that. We'll see. We'll talk about that.
But little US of A.
We'll watch that. I don't know about the 3-team per group format.
That'll be... some of those changes may or may not work out.
Who knows? They're all corrupt. We had a World Cup in Qatar. Not delving into all the human rights violations that were there. I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, John Oliver has a great piece on that. But I mean, it's great tournament. It was fun to watch, and Messi won. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Well, thank you for tagging along with me,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Till next time, guys, have a good holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, to whatever you're celebrating. Take it easy. See you next time. Bye, guys.